6:30 in the morning. Bit early, but no, it's not too early. We're going to help some friends. Rob and Bev, they're in a monohull, an aluminium monohull, and we're going to help beach their boat because it's a swing keel boat, so they can work on it today.
Welcome back to All the Stars Sailing Adventures. Join us this week as we sail from the Keppel Islands to the Percy Islands.
We first met Rob and Bev in Jervis Bay back in April and had bumped into them again by chance. So we had fun this morning helping our friends Rob and Bev with beaching their monohull.
Yeah, it looked like it should not be happening.
Yeah, it was,
How big's their boat? 40 something foot?
yeah, 42 I think. Yeah, and it has a swing keel and a swing rudder, and Rob needed to fix something on the prop, so they had some sheared bolts they needed to extract. We jumped on board and helped deploy the stern anchor, and then Rob drove the boat onto the beach and deployed the bow anchor, and the boat was held in place. It was nice to be on board too and check out the inside of the boat and how well set up it is.
Boat.
So it's lovely, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying, is it's such a perfect day today. I think Rachel and I are going to head over to middle Keppel Island and go for a snorkel.
I can't believe that there's all those boats over there and the weather's like this and we're in Queensland and we're the only ones on this beach.
Yep, having a beautiful hand-caught tuna salad, sitting on this beach with no one else.
While Jess was diving with a new friend, I got my hill fix. They just scared the shit out of me. Literally, it just sneezed and I screamed. So I think my plan of action is to go straight down there. And I'm just trying to... can't actually give you an idea of how steep it is. At least I've got trees to hang on to going down this way, as opposed to sliding down a bare rock face into the ocean the other way. Oh, I can see the sand dunes. Only thing that worries me is this bit here that looks like a cliff. Found a beautiful little tributary, so I'll follow that. And that will take me down, and hopefully it'll be clear of Lantana the whole way. So now I'm just lost in the sand dunes. But at least I know that there's a beach that way and I can crash through Lantana to get there. Well, there's a beach that way and I can crash through Lantana to get there. White things mean path. Found a path. Hooray! Hold the fish up!
Yay! So successful launch of the spinnaker. We've got 6 knots and we're doing 4.2 knots speed on ground. So far so good. A little bit more breeze would be nice. Just hold that shape. Not too much more breeze. Rachel's handling it really well. She hasn't jumped off board yet. We're both so tired. We're here at Pearl Bay, which I've renamed Poo Bay. And it was so rolly last night. It was crazy. But it is a very beautiful spot. Departing Pearl Bay. Full rag. Doing 6.5 knots. The first time trying to sail against a large tide up in the islands here. So we've got about a 2.5 knot head current coming through these 2 islands. So they're right on the mid tide, which is probably the worst time to cross. And we've got main sail up with 10 knots of breeze, and we've got the motor running at 2,000 RPM, and we're still only making 4 knots. So we've just got to get around this corner and then we'll be right.
It feels like something out of King Kong, these islands.
Yeah, the Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty hair-raising, hey? Sailing through that channel.
Current, yes. I'm just calming my nerves with a little bit of tonic.
Some island in the background, and we're setting off to Percy Islands.
Yes.
It's actually quite a surprisingly restful night. We were prepared to camp on the beach if we had to. Percy Islands!
Yay. You've been waiting so long to come here. Quick walk.
No comment.
No. We went to just go up the cliff to get some reception. So we saw a sign that said to the homestead. So we thought, oh, we'll follow that track. And now we're both puffing and out of breath, and there's still no homestead in sight. I think it's at the top of the next giant mountain.
Rach, this is weird.
Yep.
We've got a termite mound in the fork of a perfectly healthy tree. Looks like an ironbark. There's no sign of tracks.
There's a couple of dead branches though.
Yeah, up the top.
Oh, and here.
Yeah, but they'd normally be travelling up through dead wood from the base. So it's a bit strange, I've never seen this before. Maybe they can land in the tree when they're flying and it's enough to start a nest.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe it's not even a termite nest.
Maybe.
Yeah, we're nearing the top and we're back into the paperbark forest.
Yeah. Love that there's even goats in it.
Carrot, don't you? You wish we had a carrot.
Hi, every goatee. Oh, sorry. Oh my
Hello.
God. Why are you so cute? It was amazing walking up to the homestead, which was established in the 1920s when Percy Island was a sheep station. Nobody would tease you. We had, I used to ride racehorses and that.
Okay.
And so the cockies would always hang out to get the racehorse feed.
Yep.
So, to give you some idea of the scale of this mangrove forest, we're standing on top of a hill, maybe 8 metres in the air, and the canopy of that mangrove forest is above us. The lessees, Robin and Annie, shared with us how they custom built their own pirate ship. So as we've been walking along all these tracks on Percy Island and Keppel Islands, I mean, the views are just amazing, and the places that we find are phenomenal. They're all really kind of commanding of a sense of respect for the people who've been here before, though, the traditional owners of these lands. Unfortunately, there's not much information on it that we can find, so I guess we just really walk around with a sense of respect, acknowledgement, I suppose, of what's happened here and whose land it really is. Recent archaeological surveys of the area confirm that the Dirrumbal people occupied the islands of this area as far back as 6,500 years ago. Looks like we found the island spring. And just as we're arriving, 2 large grey kangaroos hopped off. So they're obviously having a bit of a drink here, because it's not far from here to the salt water. Okay, so it's Friday morning. A little bit of a southerly change come through this morning, and we are heading from Whites Bay, where we've been the last few days, around the corner and the western side of the island to West Bay to just check out how much protection is in there. We make a decision whether we go ashore for a few hours and then keep sailing on to Digby, or whether we spend the night there tonight. But yeah, it's not very pleasant on the boat here. It's quite rolly, so we're just gonna go ashore, and we'll probably keep sailing later today if it's gonna be like this. The infamous A-frame found at West Bay on Middle Percy Island is a sight to behold, with thousands of yacht names hung up along its walls.
You can buy eggs and honey.
Seriously?
Yeah. Chocos, lemons, honey. They sell eggs. There's a little tree house that we haven't seen that apparently you can rent out. This tree's still alive.
Yeah.
What is this?
And what's really cool about this is it's even got a full solar system and a radio, so you can call your boat back. Got a stereo, got LED lighting. It's even got its own chili plant. And wood-fired pizza oven. Rach is making a little sign for us to hang up in the shack.
The A-frame.
The A-frame to commemorate our visit. What you got there?
Little sign.
All stars. Are you going to hang that up in the A-frame?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm a Coco Loco. Yes. Oh, would you like a kiss? What's that, Precious? Oh, you look quite nice. It was time for us to leave before we got any more Coco Loco.
We've just left West Bay at Middle Percy Island, and it was really beautiful there. We did a couple of walks, went up to the homestead and met Robin and Annie, who are the leaseholders of the island at the moment. Beautiful people, such lovely people. They, took us inside, met my little mate Bushy, little cockatoo, told us the story of the island, and it was really lovely talking to them. They both just have a really great philosophy on life and great plans for the island, and yeah, so that was great. And while Jess is below having a nap, basically all I have to do is make sure we don't run into an island or a whale.
So we're at Digby Island.
Yes, we had to come here because I know a Shetland pony called Digby.
Yeah, and we're the only boat in here,
Yeah.
which is pretty special. A fairly calm, restful night, not much rolling. And what happened last night before we...
Oh, the whales. So we're just sitting out in the cockpit as we do, and see the spouts and the whales. So just put the drone up, and oh my god, they are so beautiful. Far out, a whole family.
Yeah, so we're going to jump in the water now in the dinghy first, go around the corner and find some nice water and have a look for some dinner. And just maybe have a snorkel around and see how the coral and the fish life looks.
I just jumped out because I got a bit cold. I've only got a vest, and Jess has a full everything dive suit. We were just over the other side. It was beautiful. There was a lot of fish, coral trout, but managed to persuade Jess not to shoot him, which is nice of him. Yeah, so now Jess is just back in having another dive, and I'm just sunning myself. Lady of leisure.
It had been a big day, marvelling at the underwater world and seclusion surrounding us, and it was time to enjoy our fish dinner by campfire.